Hey guys, I have a prenatal little arm blaster for you today. So what you need at home is either some light dumbbells or really light cans of baked beans or any other household goods, a TheraBand, or you can use a towel, just not a hand towel. You want something with a little bit more length, so a beach towel or something just a little bit smaller than a beach towel is fine. And I'm using a ball for in between the knees, but you can use a pillow or just a rolled up towel if you wish. So let's get started. We're coming down into a kneeling position. Now you have the option to kneel upright for the whole of this little session, or you can kneel with your bottom on your heels. I don't mind what you do. Obviously it's going to be a little bit harder to maintain your posture kneeling upright. So if it's more comfortable kneeling with your bottom on your heels, that's completely fine. If you are choosing to be upright, I want you to have a ball or rolled up towel in between the knees. That'll just help engage those inner thighs and pelvic floor the whole way through. So to get started, we're just going to do a simple warm up. Let's cross our arms in front of each other, in front of our body. You're going to tuck your head in between your arms and just try and push forward as far as you can. Try and stretch the back of the shoulders. Just for 15 to 30 seconds and then release. And then we'll do some elbow openings. So we're going to bring our elbows and our palms of our hands together and then open up. So elbows about shoulder height. We'll do about 8 to 10 of these. So if we're kneeling upright, we just want to be pulling that belly button in towards the spine, help engage those abs. Bottom will be squeezed as well. Don't let those shoulders creep up around the ears. Keep them relaxed. So 8 to 10 of these, then we're going to move into our W arm, so straightening the elbows up towards the ceiling and then back into our start position. 8 to 10 of these. Try and squeeze the shoulder blades together as you bring the elbows down towards the shoulders. Last few. From there, we're going to bring our arms just in front of our body, so fingertips on the thighs. We're doing a single arm raise above our head. Do about 5 to 6 on each arm here. So let's try and keep our body balanced, no leaning to one side, trying to get those arms up. Do one more each arm. I don't know how many we've done, but that'll do. And then double arm raise and relax for 5. Last couple. Last one. Now, for the next part, I'll be using a TheraBand because I have that. Most of you might have a TheraBand at home, so please use it. If you don't, you're going to use a towel. We're just going to do our up and overs. So that's where we hold the end of the TheraBand, and just make sure your hands are wider than your shoulders. You don't need resistance on the band here. It's just a warm up. So taking it behind the body and then in front. Now it is going to be more comfortable if you do own one of these because it stretches and it helps the shoulders mobilize if you are a bit tight. This one always feels so good. So you can do as many as you like here. I'm going to do about 10. Just keep pulling those shoulders away from the ears. And then from there we'll move into our, what I call around the world. I don't really know how to explain it very well. So you're going to take your right arm and it's going to go above your head behind your body and then end up behind your body, kind of near your bottom. And the left arm will come from behind the body and over the head to come back in front. So hopefully you got that at home. You can do about 5 or 6 one way. And then reverse it. So left arm goes behind, right arm follows. This one your body can move. I don't need you upright. You can just kind of relax into it. It will be a bit harder to do this if you are using a towel, as it won't stretch. So it really depends on the mobility in your shoulders. So a bunch of the up and overs and then a bunch of the around the worlds, and then we'll have a little break from the band. I'm going to go into some non-weighted arm stuff. So arms come out in line with the shoulders. We're going to circle our arms forward. So little dinner plates to begin with, and you can gradually make them a bit bigger. You can do this for time, say 30 seconds, or you can do about 10 to 15, which is what I'll do. So I think that's enough. And then reverse. So start small and then make them a bit bigger. Same deal, keep those shoulders away from the ears, belly button pulled in, bum will be on. So about 10 to 15, reverse. I'm going to bend the elbows and then straighten. "10 to 15 of these, or 30 seconds worth, whatever you're up for. And then from there, we're going to take our arms down to the outside of our thighs, and then we're going to raise them up above our head. So hip to overhead. Another 10 to 15 of these, or 30 seconds. Now with this session, I will only run through everything once, but you can, pause the video and do 2 rounds. You don't need to do any more than 2 sets of exercises when you're pregnant. That's just to help prevent fatigue. Okay, so after that, give the arms a little shake out. If your neck is getting a little bit sore, or your shoulders are getting a little bit stiff, just take a moment to sit down and just take a little neck stretch. So you can do the one with the ear towards the shoulder. Both ways. Sorry, I'm just running through it quickly, but please take your time to do your stretches at home if you need. Chin to chest. And chin to ceiling. And a few full neck circles. And then reverse. If you are getting any dizziness during pregnancy, don't do the neck circles. And then a few shoulder rolls just to loosen off those shoulders. A bunch backwards, a bunch forward, and then a couple of individual ones as well. And then when you're ready, you're going to grab your dumbbells or your can of baked beans or your water bottles, whatever you have close by. I'm using 1.5 kilos, so I may regret that. I'm getting weak in my pregnancy. So we're going to start with front raises, and then we'll go into our lateral raises. Then we'll go into our chicken wing, and then we'll go into hug a tree. Looks like this. Hug a moon, which goes overhead, and then biceps. And actually, we might do 2 rounds of that. So we're going to do, let's just do 8 to 10. So choice is yours. I'm going to do 8. So front raises. So kneeling upright, or you can be sitting on your heels. So from thigh up to shoulder height, no higher. So you can stop just below. So we're going to do 8 here. And then straight into 8 lateral raises. Same thing, don't take those arms higher than your shoulders. Last one, straight into our chicken wings, so bend the elbows, take them away from the body and back in. Belly button pulled in off the t-shirt. From there, we're going to hug a tree. So elbows are bent. I'm going to bring the dumbbells together and then open up. Arms should be feeling tired already. You can do this with no weights at all if you'd like. 8 of them, straight into hug a moon, overhead. Last 3. And then before we relax, we're going to do our biceps. So for 8, just try and keep those elbows still in space. Last 2. Last 1. And then just relax. Give the shoulders a little roll. You can do a little open chest stretch here, so just bending the elbows, lifting the chin towards the ceiling, opening up the chest. And we'll throw a little wrist stretch in there. So I've got my fingertips turned towards my body. You're just going to stretch your forearms and your wrists. And then we go the other way. You might just need to lean your body weight forward over your wrists. So we're going to do that again. So give the arms a little shake out. And then when you're ready, kneeling upright, belly button pulled in, glutes will be squeezed, starting with our front raise for 8. And then straight into our side raise. Chicken wings, bending the elbows, taking them just to beneath shoulder height for 8. Last one, into our hug a tree, bent elbows, we're kind of just opening the chest, closing. I think it's called like a chest fly or something. Last one, straight into our hug a moon, so overhead, bent elbows. Last one is our biceps, elbows still in space. So a really good little short arm blaster to get us ready for holding our baby. Last one, and relax. We're just going to finish off with some stretches. So you're going to take one arm across your body. The opposite arm kind of hooks into it and brings it close. Should get a stretch on the outside of the shoulder. So about 30 seconds each stretch here. Swapping arms. If you've got sore wrists, you can do the ones that we did just before. So fingertips facing the knees. Stretch the forearms. And then turning it the other way, fingertips face out, kind of rock forwards and backwards over those wrists. I'm going to stretch the back of the shoulders. You can take the pillow or the ball out in between your knees. So, arms or hands interlacing together at the back. And then you're going to try, keep that chest open and try and bring your arms up as high as you can. Now it will depend on your shoulder tightness / mobility. You can lean forward, raise those arms up a little bit higher, if that's comfortable. And then release, give them a little shake out. Last little stretch to finish with is our little mermaid. So you can stay kneeling for this. You're just going to take one arm overhead And just stretch as far as you can. And then windmill the arms over to the other side. We'll do one more each way. And then feel free to do any other stretches that your body needs. Thank you for joining me today.